Okay, Spill Squad. April blinked and May said, "Move over, bitch. I'm driving now." We barely survived the start of spring. Allergies, random snowstorms, violent. Our TBRs, even more aggressive. April gave us delusion, poor decisions, morally questionable men. I feel like that's our theme every month. And at least 3 fictional boyfriends we would absolutely ruin our lives for. There was no growth, just vibes. And now May is here, and she looks dangerous. Today, we are not recapping. There's no closure. There's no healing. We are jumping straight into our April reads and May TBR, aka the books we're about to emotionally attach to, spiral over, and then defend like it's a personality trait. And we all know how Jace gets when she loves a book. We're talking books that will fix us. They won't. Books that will destroy us. Oh, they will. And at least one book that will cause a full-blown argument mid-episode. Predictions are being locked in. Reputations are on the line. And if we hate it next month, too bad. We said it with our whole chest. So buckle up, charge your Kindle, and emotionally prepare yourselves because this is less of a TBR and more of a public breakdown waiting to happen. Let's do this, Spill Squad. Are you ready to read it, steep, and absolutely spiral?
Spill Squad. Today we're doing what we do best. We're making bold, unhinged reading decisions and standing by them like they're legally binding, because to us, they are. We're breaking down our April Book of the Month picks, the extra add-ons we absolutely didn't need but we got anyways, and predicting right now whether they're getting booked or aggressively bounced when May lineup drops. Next month, we're checking the receipts. Did we stay loyal or did we drop them the second something hotter walked in? Accountability is coming. Growth is optional. We'll also tell you what we read in April, whether our last predictions were genius level correct or completely delusional, which is usually the case, am I right? And then we're exposing our May TBR, aka the books we're about to emotionally invest in with zero caution. We're predicting which books will own us, which ones will emotionally wreck us, and which one is absolutely going to start that argument mid-episode. So grab your tea, your coziest blanket, and your kernel fictional obsession, because this episode, slightly unhinged, highly judgmental, emotionally unsafe. Most importantly, what are you drinking today?
I was feeling a little tender this morning, so I went with chamomile.
How cute. Have coffee, I'm tired.
You know what? I thought about it and I'm like, no, I have to. I was so wrecked yesterday that I was like, I got to keep chill today. But I have ordered like some tea blends to try. I got these cute little tea
Ooh,
balls. So they're coming. I'm
that's
excited.
exciting.
Yeah.
That is exciting.
Sure is. I can't wait till we start making our own tea. It'll be epic.
Mm-hmm. And you guys can drink us while you listen. Drink us in while you're listening.
You can. And
I'll
we'll
come
even
up with a
make
better
them
tagline eventually.
We'll figure it out as we go. So I had a absolutely mental April. I didn't get half the reading in I wanted to do because I was finding other things to read. Yeah,
Preach.
because I was like, oh, I'm on top of this. And no,
This was my slowest reading month I've had in a very long time. I think I only finished 6 or 7.
I did mostly audios. And I think that was the only reason I managed to stay ahead somewhat. But yeah, I got really behind with everything else. But what book did you love the most? Which one did you recommend immediately?
I'm on a little bit of an Abby Jimenez kick right now. And so my pick for this one is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez.
Love. I love her.
Right? Daniel is so swoon-worthy. And I loved I loved the whole love story born across social classes. And that, oh my God, I forgot what her name is. I'm blanking, but sorry guys. The female main character though, it's one of those learning to choose yourself everyday things, which I
Alexis?
think is that's it. Yes, thank you. Rewind. I love that Alexis. Like she comes from money. She's like her family runs that hospital. or they've basically been there for like 100 years since its inception or whatever. And then in the end, she finally chooses something for herself that has nothing to do with her parents, who completely suck, by the way.
Yes,
And she's a lot more like her brother than she ever thought she would be. And I loved it.
I did
If you're
too.
fans of, right? If you're fans of like opposites attract, found family, a third act breakup that makes sense and gets resolved, then like definitely check it out.
Love her. She's one of my faves. One of my
She's
faves.
so good. What was yours?
So I had the privilege of having a chat with a fabulous author called Hunter Snow a couple of weeks
Ooh.
back. The episode dropped like today. It dropped today. So I couldn't believe just how good this book was. It was called Gone Country. Now, anyone who knows me knows I freaking hate country. I hate music.
You told me about this one.
I hate cowboys. I do not like it. But I was like re-listening to like the episode and I'm like, I forgot just how wonderful her book was. And it's loaded with like funny banter. Like the two lead characters, Clayton and Jamie, just had me in fits. Because I was listening to Hannah talk, like when I was editing, and I'm like, I forgot she was talking about like that she took a lot of real things that happen on tours and put them in her book. So like the practical jokes they did on tour buses. I was absolutely dying.
Oh.
Like my sides were splitting. And it's like country music and rock had a baby. And they accidentally
Okay.
create this song together and then they have to go on the road. And it was so good. And he's like a single dad with twin girls. And I'm like, oh, it's my kryptonite right there. And then cowboy, like he's like a cowboy country singer and he's like all clean cut. And I'm like, fuck, I'm hitting my cowboy era and I don't like it. And enemies to lovers.
I'll read some Elsie Silver.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to now. But like the enemies to lovers, you know how I feel about enemies to lovers.
Yeah, we hate it.
Yeah, it's not good. But the way she did it wasn't so much that they hated each other. It's that their music were so different that they clashed a lot. So whenever they like was like, yeah, you took too long on stage. What's wrong with you? It's like, it's like I fucking loved it.
That's so Billy and Daisy coded.
Oh yeah, I really did.
Well, now I really need to read it.
It was so good. I gave it 5 stars. Like I 5-starred the shit out of that. But like the whole two world colliding thing was so good, and their chemistry because she's like the angry rock chick, and he's like the oh yeah nothing but in the breeze playing his guitar like country music. I don't know. I really enjoyed it, and I really want her to write like a sequel. And she's like, I might write a book about the 2 other characters. I'm like, oh, please. Please.
I love an interconnected standalone.
She doesn't do them. She's one of those authors that things get in her head. And then once that story's over with, there's something else already trying to get out. Like she writes like you wouldn't believe. She's really good too. Like really good. She's Canadian. She's Canadian. She loves Calgary.
No,
She
I
comes
love
here
her
a
even
lot.
more.
So yeah, love it. Love, 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 love.
Awesome. What was your I have thoughts book?
Okay. There's a book. I almost didn't get it. It was offered to me as a widget, an ALC widget on NetGalley. And I'm like, it was called Almost Criminal by Ulrich Herwig. And it's translated from German. And I'm like,
Oh, you were telling me about this one too.
yeah. I'm like, I don't know about this. But I was like, the cover was like kind of cool. And I'm like, ugh, fuck it, whatever. Because they don't, this publisher never sends me widgets for ALCs. And I'm like, I don't want to kick him in the face. So I'm like, fine, I'll get it. Okay. There's like this guy and he goes and robs his convenience store and his wife's accidentally in there as well. She jumps in the van with him and now they're like accidental outlaws running away with, but they've stolen an ambulance and there's like this old codger in the back and he's so funny. It was like, you do understand that kidnapping is one thing, but like allowing me to die because you don't give me water is quite another. And he calls his son-in-law like no better than a fridge, but a fridge has more use. I was crying listening to this book. Like it was so funny. Like it was like likened to like middle-aged Bonnie and Clyde because they didn't mean to get into this trouble. Like he just had enough and he snapped. Like they couldn't pay their bills and whatnot. And they're on the run in this freaking ambulance. And this guy's like, look, he's like a petty criminal because he lost the love of his life to like a criminal. And so it's like he tries to become a petty criminal. But he was a photographer. I was, oh man, it was so good. It was so good. I couldn't stop laughing. Now, obviously, like the main character is not swoon worthy at all. He's kind of a weirdo, but I really like that watching them fall back in love with each other after like all these problems and realizing that no matter how bad it got on the road, they could rely on each other for support and whatnot. I was charmed. I was so charmed. I couldn't fucking believe it. I'd reread it. I'd start it again right now.
Dang.
Yeah, it was good. It was so good. I can't believe how good it was. It was so fucking good. But yeah, I was not expecting a book that came like, fuck, the guy wrote it in German, fuck's sake, and someone translated it. I'm like, this is not going to work for me. But it really did.
And then it did.
It did. It really did.
I love that.
What about you?
You know, it's really funny because I was going through the list of my very short list of the books that I actually read this month, which I didn't have a lot to choose from. But the one that really just kept sticking out to me is the one we covered last week on the podcast. It's Daggermouth by H.M. Wolf.
Yes.
I still am not done thinking about this book yet. I have thoughts. I have the same thought over and over again, but it still counts.
Yes.
The book was so not for me for the first 40, 50%, like we talked about last week on the podcast. But then you get to the end and things are really moving. And guys, I sat in my car for 10 minutes when I finished it. And then I went grocery shopping and I had to go through the grocery store more than once because I kept forgetting things because I wasn't paying attention because I couldn't stop thinking about this book.
I still don't know what to say about it. And we did a whole episode and extra, and I still don't know.
I'm still not done processing, and we did this last week. So I will not bore you with more details about this book. Would I reread it? Probably if I really had the mood to be catatonic.
Kind of want to do the audio. Like, I know it's not out yet. I think
I want to do the audio because Teddy Hamilton's on it. Yes, please.
So I will do it again once that's dropped. And I know book 2's coming out. Yeah, that book was...
I'm not going to reread it now.
No.
It is rereadable, and I do want to see if I can pick up on the things that happened at the end, if I could see it coming better now that I know it.
Yeah. That was something I really want to know too. Because, I don't know, I felt like I got kicked in the nuts. That's like my tagline for this book.
Stacey's getting that put on a shirt.
Yeah, I am. But kick me in the nuts. It was unbelievable. I don't know. I guess because you start off reading a book and it was just like, you feel like you're doing homework at that point, and then all of a sudden.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of
NC is not swoony either, in my opinion. Gray is not swoony. But you know who was swoony? Jameson.
Yes.
And Cal. He was a little swoony too.
I like the vibe. I wasn't a fan of Gray. I wasn't. But I'm wondering if book 2 is going to change that.
I think they kind of have to if they're keeping that, if there's going to be a happily ever after between those two. But who knows? I know how you feel about it.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think that's why it kind of has been living rent free in my head too, because I don't know how I feel about it still.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of a really good book though.
It was solid.
Yeah.
Solid fucking book.
Yeah. Well, on that note, what is your unexpected surprise book?
Okay. This is hilarious actually, because it's one of my book of the month packs was Mad Mabel.
Ooh.
This book was so fucking good. I like Sally Hepworth. I do. I think she's a really phenomenal author, but she's not 5-star worthy. This book was brilliant. And she's old, so she's like a geriatric. She's like an 8-year-old woman. She is hilarious. She's crotchety. She had to change her name because she's had to hide her identity because all these things happened to her when she was young. And she's like had to rebuild her life, but she's kept everyone at a distance. But she was so relatable and it was so funny. Like her first real like friend in where she lives is this little girl because she won't leave her alone. And her name was Persephone.
Persephone. Come on.
Just so funny.
Persephone.
But it was just funny that I read 2 books with that name in it. Like 2 in the same span of it was fucking bizarre. But it was so good. I love when they pick grumpy protagonists, okay? Older people. Like, no more of these, 16-year-old saving the world shit. I'd love to see fucking she calls herself Elsie in the book, like Mabel was her name. So I love it when they do that and they make them real people. And it was great. Like, I wanted to know more about why she had to change her identity and her backstory. So they did a lot of jumping backwards. She's unreliable because she's older and her perceptions of what happened have warped slightly as she's gotten older. And she treats everybody like they're going to treat her the same way that they did when she was younger. And I had to have a book of the month copy. I did. And so I won't be talking about it in the book of the month section, especially as I ended up with 3 copies of it. We'll talk about that later, guys. But I literally put it in my book of the month. It shipped. And then St. Martin's Press is like, we're sending you a finished copy. I was like, oh, okay, thanks. I was like, Jace can have it. And then shit happened. Now I still have it. But it was so good. It was so good. I loved it. I definitely.
Can't wait to read it.
Well, you have to. It's so good.
Right there. You can't see it, but I can. It's right there on the top of one of my piles.
Good. So what was yours? What was your unexpected surprise?
Okay. So this is really funny to me because I finished a book last night, and that's the one I'm going to talk about. But I was prepared to talk about The Love Haters by Catherine Center as my unexpected surprise. And you know what? You should listen to it or read it. It was really good. It's got all the fun things that you like in a romance novel. It was fantastic. But I don't want to talk about that one anymore. I'm going to talk about The Summer Pact by Emily Giffin, which I finished yesterday. I come in waves with Emily Giffin. I like her, and then I don't, and then I like her again, and sometimes her stuff just feels really repetitive.
Yeah.
But I also really love the Easter eggs that she drops in every book. But so this one, I didn't know what it was about. Okay, I admit it. I didn't. I just saw it was one of her most recent ones. I went for it on Libby, and it finally got here 2 days ago.
Nice.
And so I was like, well, I'm going to listen to it because it was a skip the line. So I only had a week. But I'm going to do it. And I could not stop listening to it. It was so good. Do you know anything about it?
Nope. I just knew that I knew that it was her that had done it. And I think it's got a pink cover.
It's like a pool, kind of. But
okay.
So in it, there's this group of 4 friends and they're in college or university. They're just about finished. And one of the members of this group of 4, it was 3 girls and a boy. One of the women, she ends her life. They never find out why she did it. She didn't leave a note. Nothing. So the 3 remaining friends in this group, they make what they call the Summer Pact, where if something like life is unbearable or like something is really bad is happening, you call them, we all come running.
Aww.
Yeah. So time moves on, and one of the girls, Hannah, she walks in on her fiance boning an influencer. And so she calls Lainey, she calls the boy whose name is slipping my mind right now, but they come and then they go on this huge this trip basically, and it's so good. It was so good. I don't want to talk anymore about the plot because I don't want to spoil it, but the audiobook was fantastic. There is some side characters you really come to care about. There's a lot going on with the core 3 that you just wouldn't really expect either. Like, one has an alcohol problem and the other one is tired of doing what's supposed to be done. And man, Hannah's mom is such a bitch.
Fed up with being doing what's got to be done. I'd love to not adult.
But it was really good. It was really good. The characters were really believable, and a lot of it can be relatable depending on where you are in your life too.
Yeah.
So it was good. And there was also the Easter egg that I found or heard. They name drop Marcus. And if you know,
I do.
Yeah, Something Borrowed, Something Blue.
Yeah.
Marcus. He's in there.
Oh, I like it when they do that. And you're like, oh yeah, I recognize your name.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. There's
There he
someone.
is. Was he naughty as
Stace.
well? Is he bad boy?
No, they don't really talk about him that much. It was literally just
Just a blip
drop
on
the
the
name.
radar.
Yeah. If you know, kind of thing.
Yeah. And I do know. Actually, that's probably one of my favorite books by her.
Yeah. Me too.
You. So what was your worst book of the month? What was your biggest letdown?
You know what? I hesitate to even say this, but I didn't finish it. I don't have a worst of the month. I have a DNF.
Ooh, what was it?
Christina Applegate's autobiography.
Yeah, but you had good reasons for that, right?
Yeah. I love her as an actress. I've always really liked her work. Listening to her story, I could not stomach it. I got to a certain point where she gets assaulted when she's 5,
Yeah.
and I returned it immediately. I have a 6 and a 4-year-old, and I wanted to barf and never have a babysitter around my children. So, um,
Why do you think we don't?
yeah, we don't either. I just if I need one, I've got a couple trusted friends, but yeah, no. So, I put it away. It's not a slow ghost, guys. I'm done. I'm not picking that one back up. No offense to the author. It's her life. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's hard. Memoirs are one of those hard sells for me because how do you rate a book that's about someone's actual
Mhm.
lived experiences? So I always find it really hard to know what to say or do with them.
That's
Like,
fair.
how do you five-star one and say, "Oh, well, Brittany, your story was so uninspiring, you only get 3." I don't know. Yeah,
It's fair.
that's
It's fair. But I don't have a worst one. That's just the one I could not finish. So I finished 6 or 7 others, but that one, no, I couldn't
yeah.
do it. So that's my worst one, if you can call it that.
Yeah, and I think that was more of a just, yeah, the content was just too much. Like, you told me about it, and I'm like, "Ooh, okay." Void. And it's
I
not like
know.
I love her too, I love her as an actress, but I know
So
that
good.
she went through stuff, and I guess I don't.
And I didn't know. Like, I don't like follow her. I've never. She's not like an actress that I looked up and was like, "Hey, what was your life like growing up?"
Well, I
Now I
think
know.
she's
I wish I
got, like,
didn't.
she's got autoimmune diseases now, and I think that's what I've seen some of her posts because I have
She has
RA, so
MS, doesn't she?
what?
Doesn't she have MS or something?
Yeah, something like that, and I know that she was talking about other struggles she's had in her life, and I'm like, "Oh, that's sad." I actually did dislike the book that I'm gonna talk about next as my worst one. It was a real shame because I really wanted to love it, and it was called A Novel Crime by Deborah Levinson, and this book was literally touted as Finlay Donovan, and I love Finlay Donovan.
Yeah.
Love Finlay, and I was like, "This is so not Finlay Donovan at all." She she's in the she wants to write a book, but she can't do it, and she thinks that her daughter will love her better if she can do it. So she ends up finding this big author that she really likes and catching her in a compromising position, and she's such a mouse, and I'm like, "There is no way on this planet that you're pulling off a blackmailing scheme. You're not." And she manages it, and it's horrible. Like,
Hmm.
I'm like, "I'm sorry, but if I
Not
was"
even believable.
yeah, if I was this big time publisher and this chick's like, "I want you to write my book for me because otherwise I'm gonna tell everybody what you did." I'd be like, "Go fucking head. Good luck.
Try me, bitch.
Fuck you, bitch." I'm like, because at the end of the day, I'm like, it didn't make any sense. It was not reasonable at all. And even if you can suspend your disbelief on that little bit, the chemistry between all the characters was just not there. Like, the trope execution also was not there. It was so poorly paced that I almost gave up a couple times, but I'm like, "Okay, we're just gonna push through because maybe it gets better at the end." And then the only part I liked was the fact that it ended with everybody in jail. And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay." But the character's really unlikable, and Even at the end, when you realize why one of them is being the way they are, I still didn't care. I'm like,
Oh,
nah,
there was
thanks.
no payoff.
No, there really wasn't. Now, if you like unlikable characters and the story is a slow
This
burn,
is for you.
it's definitely for you. And books set in the publishing world, because obviously there's a lot of that in there. But I think if the dialogue had been better and there maybe been some funnier moments, I could have overlooked the rest of it. But
Fair.
it just wasn't funny. She was annoying. She's like, meh. And then like the chick was like, oh yeah, I'd love a vacation where you kidnap me. Like she was sarcastic. She's like, okay, she clearly wants me to do this, and kidnaps her. And she's like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm doing what you asked. I'm like, oh my God, this chick was so out to lunch. I couldn't do it. But yeah, Yeah.
I'm going to skip that one.
I would. It's horrible. But Finlay Donovan has a new book out, and I think my library hold's coming up, so at least I can wash the taste of that out of my mouth. So, book of the month. I crammed my box full like normal. And I don't even remember which was my main pick. I think it was Bloodbound, which is the one you got as well, right? Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah.
We
so-
picked the same one.
yeah, but it comes with reversible covers. So you get like, she got red right now and I got blue, and then the sprayed edges. And I only picked it because it had sprayed edges.
Me too.
That's the only reason.
I don't even remember what it was about. Let's open it up here.
I do. It's a fantasy with systematic inequality. It's got fated mates, enemies to lovers, grumpy sunshine. And
There
that's
it is.
about all I know. I'm not even joking. That's all I know.
The 3-line tag that they have at the top, though, on the inside of the sleeve. You cannot forfeit, you cannot run, you duel, or you die.
Dude, the artwork's really nice and stuff.
She pretty.
So nice. But anyway, Jace and I both ordered our boxes, and then they didn't update the tracking for ages. And I'm like, all right, wonder what's going on. Should we contact Book of the Month? And they just reshipped our boxes. Well, our boxes still turned up. Like when
the day after.
Yeah, right when they were supposed to. So we literally got duplicates. So I gave Jace all my duplicates that she didn't have, because one of the other books that I did get was The Compound. And the only reason I picked this one is because I had serious FOMO. That's pretty much all I had to say about it, was I had FOMO.
Yeah.
Because you
It's
were
a
like,
good read.
well, you were like, it's Love Island meets something. And I was like, okay, I'm sold.
Yeah, Lord of the Flies.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Love Island and Lord of the Flies had a baby. You had FOMO. My pick, my one extra that I added, was this guy here, Heartless Hunter. I've been itching to read it, and now I have 2 copies.
Because that's what happens when Book of the Month decides, I'm not going to check to see where your box is. We'll just ship you a new one. I kind of
ship
wish
you a
I'd
new
asked for a refund now. But I only ended up with one extra copy of The Compound because I didn't have anyone to dump it on. So
Maybe we'll do a giveaway.
yeah, I'm thinking now. Like I've got 2 copies of Bloodbound, but I don't want to. I want them both.
Well, I don't want mine, so we can use my copy for the giveaway with my other copy of Heartless Hunter.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, we can definitely
And-
do that, because that'd be a nice little prize pack with some bookmarks and some stickers and
Yeah,
some official Stace and Jace merch. Would be epic.
because it's coming.
It's coming. So this one I also went a little bit FOMO on, and that was Wild Dark Shore. This one was the lolly pick for 2025. I did the audiobook. I didn't
Yeah.
realize it's like climate lit. I hate climate lit. I'm not joking, okay? Like end of the world shit. Like the oceans are like taking over everything, and I
Oh.
hate books like that. I don't know how I didn't get that from Wild Dark Shore, that it was going to be a catastrophe. But yeah. But I only got it because it was the lolly, and I kind of wanted the bookmark.
Classic Stace, guys.
I did the audiobook, and it was just okay. I'm not entirely sure why it won the lolly, but like the dude was weird. She was weird. The kids are weird. Everyone's weird.
Great. You're really selling this book for me.
No, I got nothing. It was just,
But wait, it was free for you, Jace. So just take it
yeah.
and
But you
shut
know
up.
what? I probably would have given. gave it a 3.75. It wasn't terrible. It's just I don't like books that make it seem like it's my fault that I drove my car that all of a sudden the oceans are huge. Like, I don't believe that. So I hate books like that. Just not my jam.
Fair enough.
And then I got one more, obviously, which also you now have as well, and that
Yes, I
was
do.
Lady Tremaine, because we both got art copies of this book and I needed it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not mad. I'm not mad that I have your copy now. I would not have bought it for myself, but I'm happy to have it on my shelf. It's a great
Good.
read.
You were like, "Oh, I don't know about this book." Like, but I actually
It's a
really
little twisted though.
it's
Come
so
on, I'm not
twist
wrong.
No, you weren't wrong, but I loved it. I freaking loved it. I love it when they flip the origin story for villains and make them out to be, like, better than they are. And I'm like, how do you know that the interpretation we see of Lady Tremaine, like in Cinderella, for example, is even correct? How do we know that it wasn't like this and she's just bone weary of all the shit? You don't know.
Which is what you're getting at a Lady Tremaine.
I'm not, but I had to have it. That was my one trophy book that I stuck in that box, and I can't believe that I bought the lolly just to get 'cause it had seeds in it.
What?
Yeah, it was like a bookmark. It had like this flower thing on the front, and you soak it. It's got seeds in it, and stuff will sprout or grow.
Oh, okay.
I gave it to Mike. Why was I so obsessed with this idea of this bookmark?
Dude,
So,
that's a very you thing to do, though.
oh my god, I thought I was a practical person. I'm not. I'm not practical.
No, I rein us in. You dream big.
It's so bad.
Moving along. We're gonna now talk about our April TBR and what happened there. And I'm gonna start us off because you guys, I'm guilty. I read one book of my 4 hopefuls. Just one, and it was one that I carried over from the month before. Which was And Now Back to You by BK Borison. I finally read it.
Oh,
And I
did too.
only read it because I got the audio from Libby. I don't think I would have sat down to read it again. But I did. I predicted it to be 4. I gave it 4.75. The rest of my TBR is a funny story because I had Quicksilver on there. But spoiler alert, we're going to deep dive that in September, so I'm off the hook for a few months.
Yeah, that was my fault. That was my fault. Because she has another, like, the last book coming out. So I'm like, we may as well do them all.
Yeah, it's fine.
So,
Works
yeah,
for
it's my
me.
fault.
And then there was another one I was going to read, and I just didn't want to. And then another one that I was going to read, The Sinkhole. I started it, and then I put it away because now we're going to deep dive that one in June.
Yeah.
So my TBR just got pushed out a few months. So 1 out of 4.
Yeah, but two of them are not your fault because we made executive decisions for the show.
This is true.
The other one was totally your fault.
Yeah, I know.
That was totally your fault. But I'm not that much better. Like, I went full adulterous this time around because I had planned to read all 4 of these. I only got through 2 because I read other stuff. I read other stuff. Like, I did Killing Me Softly by Sadie Jones because it's a domestic thriller, and I had the audiobook and it was quick. And I predicted 4 stars and I gave it 4 stars. So that was great. And then I did The Shippers by Catherine Center because that book, I think, is just about to come out. It's about to, like, drop.
I think it's out already because I've requested it on Libby.
Yeah, maybe. Like, I don't remember when I wrote this down, but I had to read it before it got released. So, and I predicted it would be 5 and I gave it 5. It was freaking awesome.
Nice. I'm excited to listen to it then.
It was so freaking good. The Love Haters was my favorite Catherine Center book, and now this one is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I loved The Love Haters.
It was so good. But this book was, like, it was cream cheese, man. It was great.
You should say cream cheese.
Yeah. I don't know why I said that. I like cream cheese. I like cream
cheese too. It's not like a 5-star food, though.
I don't actually know what I was planning on saying. Like, I don't think that was what was supposed to come out. Oh, I know what I was going to say, and I stopped myself from saying it because I'm trying not to swear so much. I was going to say it was the cat's ass.
I was thinking maybe you were going to say like cream of the crop.
No, I was gonna say it's a cat's ass, and I'm like, I promised myself I was gonna try and swear less. Because that's
How's that working out for you?
well, not well, because I stopped myself and say it anyway.
Yeah. You were dropping some F bombs already today.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, well, it happens.
It really does. So we decided we were gonna do something a little different for our May TBRs.
And I think it's
Because
going to benefit us greatly,
I
honestly.
do as well, because we already do a bunch of other stuff. I think you were right in the decision to we'll make one pick and we'll stick to it.
Mhm.
And then you decided to
As I found this card deck when I was out shopping with my friend Megan at Indigo, and it is a choose your next read card deck. So each card has a little thing on it. If you follow me on TikTok, I've used it a couple times to make a couple of suggestion videos. So that's going to be our second pick. I'm going to draw a card. I have been shuffling these for the last 15 minutes while we're sitting here, so they're nice and mixed up. And we will choose a book based off of the card. You
do you-
ready?
yeah. Do you want to do that first and then we'll say which book we did pick?
Maybe let's do it. Say which one you picked first, and then we'll do this. I have them spread out though, and then you get to say stop, and I'll pick the card.
Okay. So my first book, the one that I have decided for myself, is The Hopeful Hearts Bookshop by Debbie Johnson. I was looking for something romancy but easy. I feel like I loaded my April with too much heavy stuff, and I think that's one of the reasons why I was mooding for a lot of my reader choices. So it's small town, forced proximity, grumpy sunshine, all my favorites. There's a silver fox hero in there, some matchmaking, and they're trying to save the bookstore. And in all honesty, all I really want is cozy. I don't want to have to think too hard. I don't want all this stuff to happen where I have to go, oh my God, what? And as long as there's no stale dialogue in there, I really have no expectations for this book.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm
My
predicting
pick
4.
for this month. Predicting a 4. My pick for this month is Birds of a Feather by Kate Stewart. Because I have been waiting a year for this book, and I will read it this month / listen to it. Maybe immersive read. I don't know.
Ooh,
But
yeah.
I need to see how Tyler's story ends, because my God, he needs a happy ending, people, okay? I'm really worked out for him, but I'm very excited. I can't wait to read this one. So it's happening this month or bust.
It's been a month, man. I don't know. I feel like I got whacked over the head.
Yeah, I couldn't get into anything this month. I had the hardest time just like reading. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
This is a bust month for me.
weird. Like I did Verity for another podcast, and I won't talk about it, but I could feel that I'm not the same anymore. And I don't know what's changed. And I don't know if it was recent or what.
Yeah, you really liked that one. You used to push that on me. You gave me your copy and then I didn't read it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But yeah, I'm definitely different now. Yeah, it was a weird month. I'm hoping May's not like this. I really don't want that.
I don't either. But we've got a lot of fun things coming up in May. So
Yes, we do. I'm
we
excited.
do. I'm so excited for this month. It's great.
Oh my God, so going to be good. Especially the end of May. So good.
I know, I'm so excited.
Cannot bloody wait. Now, one of the things that we forgot to do was, did you put anything in your book of the month box? Like for predictions?
No, I didn't.
You didn't put anything in? It's
No,
so
not yet.
funny because I wasn't interested in yesteryear until I was. And now it's the only book sitting in there. Like,
Okay.
seriously, that's
Oh,
the
actually,
only
you know
add-on.
what? If I'm gonna put one in there, it's gonna be Rebel Witch, just so I have the duology.
You know what? I have that book of the month book, the same one as you do. And I bought the other one and it's not book of the month. And I didn't realize book of the month had it. So I might have to do the same thing and switch it out. And then I'll just get rid of my copy. But yeah,
We
I
can
had
stick your copy in the giveaway box.
to do that. But
Boom.
I had 4 books in my thing because I had Molka, I think it's called Molka, the horror,
Yeah.
and it's sold out. Now I'm just cranky about it. Yeah. So they're the only two. That's the only book I have in my book of the month cart right now. And that's really weird for me because normally it's Crams.
I hope they have some really nice add-ons for me.
I am hoping so too. But let's pull that card and see what kind of book I have to pick. Are we going to both do this? Pick the same book?
I think we're just going to pick book from the same category.
Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Let's do this. I'm ready.
Do this. Ready?
Stop.
So you've never read is our card pull topic.
That's actually going to be fairly easy. Let's have a look and see what's going on in NetGalley right now. NetGalley show. Because I just got a bunch of one of the things I love about NetGalley the most is that I can try authors that I've never heard of before. Ooh, here we go. So I just got a copy of Nightjars by Michael Wehunt. And it's like a reimagining of Dracula.
Ooh.
So I might get, hang on, wait. Hang on
Maybe
a
not.
minute. No, I'm going to do this one. Most Ardently Yours by Freya Sampson. It's like a re-inspired version of Pride and Prejudice.
Ooh.
Yes. All right. There it is. Locked. I'm going to screenshot that real quick before I forget. Okay. What about you?
Well, you know what? I'm going Heartless Hunter.
Well, yeah, I guess you've never read that, have you?
I've never read it. I've never read her. I haven't read this book. Now's as good a time as any.
Excellent. Oh, that was fun.
My dog. I'm predicting 4 stars for this one.
I'm going to say the same for this one as well because it's romance and fiction-y. I don't know. It's been a weird month, so I'm glad to have a palette cleanse. And but we're doing Bookslayers. We're moving into our horror era next month. And I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah.
That's not for me. I'm really glad that you have Jack for that.
Oh my gosh. She's like, yeah, I'll do it. And she's picked some Hummers, so it's gonna be an interesting month for me. That's why I'm trying to keep it light with our reading.
Good idea. I'm happy to be on the light side here. I love a good fluffy romance, as we all know.
I like my heavier topics. It's just I think I need the sprinkles of sunshine and candy floss and shit.
I'm here for.
Yeah.
Send some fairy dust your way.
Love it. Okay. Are we moving into
for our favorite?
I love this.
The favorite portion of this podcast.
Guys, we're moving into Trope Court. Let's do this.
Now, for you listeners who have never been here before, sit down because this is fun.
It is.
We've also picked a trope this month that is kind of going with our overarching theme, I think, of the month.
Yeah.
Especially with our deep dive book, which we have not told you guys. We are deep diving Metal Slinger.
We are?
Very excited. And this trope is in there, which is why we picked it. So, for your listening entertainment, welcome to this episode of Trope Court. Porter? Ready?
Yeah, I'm being serious.
I didn't look at you.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Okay.
Today's defendant, forced proximity, accused of emotional manipulation, unrealistic logistics, and one-bed crimes.
Prosecution is seated and already annoyed because you're telling me 2 fully grown adults couldn't just, I don't know, go home?
Objection! Snowstorm, stranded in a cabin, fake relationship with limited housing options.
Limited housing options in this economy? Suddenly there's only 1 bed left in the entire country.
Exactly, and it's necessary. Exhibit A, 1 bed.
I don't trust it. There is always a couch. Always.
Not in Trope Court. In Trope Court, there is 1 bed and a whole lot of tension.
Well, they could just not touch.
But they will. accidentally. And then they'll both lie there like, this is fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
And no one sleeps. It's not realistic.
We're not here for realism. We're here for suffering. Exhibit B. You cannot escape each other.
This is where I get suspicious. Workplace proximity? Fine. Road trip? Sure. But you're telling me that you're stuck together for days and no one snaps? I would lose it.
Oh, they snap. That's the point. Arguments, tension, accidental vulnerability.
Trauma dumping on day 2?
Character development on day 2.
Same thing, apparently.
Exhibit C. The tension payoff moment. Forced proximity gives us peak tension. We're inches apart and breathing the same air.
Okay. That part does hit.
Thank you. The buildup, elite. The payoff, so worth it.
Just saying. If I was trapped somewhere, I'm bringing headphones and my boundaries.
And missing out on your soulmate? Yeah, right. Closing argument.
Forced proximity is convenient, unrealistic, and logically makes no sense.
And yet, it delivers tension, intimacy, and some of the best romance moments ever written.
Fine. I'll allow it, but with conditions.
No conditions, just vibes. Verdict.
Forced proximity is guilty of making us absolutely feral.
Court is adjourned. Tell us, what is your favorite forced proximity setup?
And be honest, are you taking the bed or pretending to sleep on the floor?
See you next month in Trope Court.
You fucking love Trope Court. It's the best part. It's my favorite part of this everything. It's the best. Try
so
not to
fun.
laugh hard.
It is.
Love it. Trope Court's my favorite.
It's fun.
It's really hard because a lot of the time you say stuff and I'm like, yes. And I have to try not to say that. Like, nodding away, like, yeah, I get it. Yes. Give me more.
I know. But this particular one, I wanted to argue the other side.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
Job. That was so much fun. Guys, do you order book of the month? Let us know what you're picking for your May box. I'm hoping they put Broken Dove in there because I do not want my Silver Elite book to not match.
I forgot that's coming out this month. I pre-ordered it on Amazon.
Yeah, well, I already bought it on freaking stupid book of the month, so it better be an add-on. I'm not going to be happy. Guys, don't forget to follow us on Patreon and anywhere that you will find our podcast. Follow, like, comment, share. It all helps us to grow and we can bring you even more content. We hope that you have the reading week that you deserve and we will catch you next week. Take care, readers.
Bye.